have a list of speakers, people that know about welfare rights, know about how people are attacked and what they can do about it. So we're asking people to call meetings in every area with people from information centres and the government law centre and whatever. We can provide speakers who will know exactly what's going to happen. Not just with us, but with universal credits. Universal credits that are coming pouring down the road. In October, they will have a huge effect. Millions more who think that they're not being affected at this moment will be affected. Their benefits, their conditions, people on low wages and craft jobs will actually be affected by the universal credit. That will bring to our ranks many more people who want to do something about it. So anyway, Diana, who loves peace, somewhere in this hall, or in this room, or in this garden, or in this park, please come forward and let me This is the power of the Facebook. This is Diana. You thought she was 6 foot tall, didn't you? See? Everybody makes a job. Right?
Hi everyone, I'd like to say thank you very much for all you making attendance today. We have various speakers going to be talking now, and as Willie says, after it we've gathered them up into small groups where I'm not used to the public speaking, sorry, I'm just used to getting behind a computer.
So we've got Fiona Menzies, who's been a stalwart behind the anti-privatisation campaign in the council, the big victory and all that. So Fiona is going to speak for a few minutes.
Thanks Willie for being my assistant yet again. I just want to say that I'm from Edinburgh Saver Services, which is a local anti-cuts group, and we were just... Not hear me? No!
I didn't deliberately say it.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay, my name's Fiona Menzies, I'm from Edinburgh Saver Services, which is a local anti-cuts group, and we would just like to say to you live in Edinburgh, and really please make an effort to sign the petition. You can sign it online. It closes on Wednesday, and we will be having a deputation on the 16th of April. More information about that can be found through 18th, is it? Oh, right, Jess, give me the wrong date. So it's the 18th, the petition to the City Council on the Petitions Committee on the 18th of April, and there'll be more information via Facebook and from the Anti-Cuts Alliance website. So all I can say is just let's make sure that Edinburgh does what the people in Edinburgh want it to do and not to evict people because of the bedroom tax. Thanks.
So I missed a lot of that speech unfortunately.
You'll probably see it on TV. Bill Scott to come forward.
Edited the bullshit.
Ideas. Campaign against poverty, etc.
With the dares in the busy. I'm cheeky as it is today, you know.
I'm here today representing Inclusion Scotland. We are a national organisation of disabled people, and I'm here representing all the disabled people affected by the bedroom tax that can't be here today. Because although there are wheelchair users here, there are many others who in a day like this just couldn't make that journey. But there are other disabled people, people with learning difficulties, people with mental health issues, people with cognitive impairments like autism that are being affected by this tax. And it's an abysmal thing. The government did an equality impact assessment and found out that 2/3 of the people affected by the bedroom tax would be disabled people. Now the purpose of the equality impact assessment is to find out and then change your policy so that it doesn't disproportionately impact on the most vulnerable people in society. Instead of which, this government went ahead and implemented that policy completely unchanged. But in Scotland it's even worse. Because it's not 2 out of 3 households that are affected that have a disabled person in them. It's 4 out of 5. 80% of the household affected a disabled person in them. Now that is an absolute disgrace that this government chose to attack because they thought disabled people wouldn't fight back. And I'm telling them here and now that disabled people and the other people with a decent sense of morality in this society are going to fight back. They're going to stand up and fight. Just over a week since a budget in which this government decided to give a subsidy to a 20% loan up to £120,000 on the value of a £600,000 house to the most well off. You know how much that's going to cost? £12,000 million. This is a government that says there's no money. There's plenty of money when they want to help their friends. There's no money when they want to help those that need that help, those at the bottom that need those benefits. Here it's the strongest of messages. This disabled people and the other people affected with the bedroom tax are not a political football. I don't care whether you're from the SNP or the Labour Party. We are not here to be kicked back and forward. If you can do something about this tax, whatever level you are at, whether you're in local government, whether you're in the Scottish government, whether you're at Westminster, you must do something practical to support the people, because I'm telling you that when people are evicted, they die. There have been people dying this winter who've had to sleep outside rough, but there are many, many others who die of overdoses, alcohol addiction, etc., because that's the consequence of evictions. And the Scottish Government's own analysis shows 11,000 families will be evicted by the bedroom tax unless we put a stop to it. So I'm telling them, redesignate the bedrooms. They're no longer bedrooms or dining rooms or whatever. Every local authority, not just the SNP one, every local authority should give a commitment now. Not one single tenant should be evicted with this tax, because it's completely unfair to those that it's being levied on. And it is a tax, like the poll tax that they wanted to call the community charge. This is a tax on the poorest in society. I want to finish with a song. I'm not going to sing, unfortunately, but I want to read this. This is a couple of verses from a song by an American called Cy Khan. And he wrote about disabled people, and he wrote about the real cripples in society. Because it's not disabled people that are cripples, it's those that don't care for one another, that don't care what happens to everyone else. Between those who use their neighbours and those who use a cane, between those in constant power,
can he hear you?
Constant pain, between those who run to evil and those who cannot run, tell me, which one are the cripples and which ones touch the sun? For it's not just what you're born with, it's what you choose to bear. It's not how big your share is, it's what you choose to share. And it's not the fights you dreamed of, it's those you really fought. It's not what you've been given, it's what you do with what you've got. Please support disabled people.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to start by saying how pleased I am to have been invited to speak today, and I'm inspired by seeing such a diverse crowd standing in solidarity with those people affected by the bedroom tax. My name is Alice Bowman and I'm an activist with the Radical Independence campaign. Now, some of you might have noticed my Northern English accent by now and may be wondering why an English woman is speaking on behalf of a campaign that stands for Scottish independence. I don't see Scottish independence as a nationalist struggle. I see it as a tool for creating radical social, political and economic change. I see Scottish independence as a tool for challenging unjust policies like the bedroom tax
that is being implemented by a neoliberal Westminster government that Scotland did not vote for. The bedroom tax will affect 6,500 households in Edinburgh. Most expect to lose £14 a week, which adds up to £728 a year. That's £728 that could be better spent on heating the home, feeding the family and providing school uniforms for children. It speaks volumes that 79% of those affected by the bedroom tax are disabled, proving that the coalition government are intent on punishing the most vulnerable people in our society. Why is this happening when only 4 out of 45 Scottish MPs voted in favour of the bedroom tax? I am sick of these disgusting austerity measures. I am sick that ordinary people are having to pay for the banking crisis. I am sick of seeing working class being blamed for something that it did not create, for something that the rich should be taxed for. I am sick of seeing the media stigmatising those in receipt of benefits, labelling them scroungers. They are not scroungers, they're the people in society that need the welfare state. They're the people in society that for generations workers fought to establish the welfare state for. They are the people in society that for decades the Westminster government has let down, has degraded, has dehumanised by such disgusting neoliberal policy. Most of all, I am sick of David Cameron saying over and over again that we are all in this together. We are not all in this together. Due to Westminster policy like the bedroom tax, the poor are getting poorer, whilst the rich keep on getting richer. We have an opportunity to change this. In an independent Scotland, we don't have to put up with this anymore. We don't have to stand by and watch as the politicians in Westminster make austerity measures which unjustly affect us. In an independent Scotland, we will have our voices heard. We will have control over our own budget. We can protect those in need so we can all live in dignity. Independent Scotland could provide a real socialist alternative where poverty is not accepted and where tax redistributes wealth. It is our generation that has the power to do this and we must act now. Vote yes in the referendum of 2014. Vote yes to radical independence.
I think the first thing I want to say is I'm absolutely so proud to stand here today and see so many people here today, and I think a big massive round of applause to everybody that's got on their feet and stood up to the absolutely disgusting cuts that are taking place. My name's Kelly Parry and I'm here representing the National Union of Students, Edinburgh College and the good people in Midlothian. When I look across society, I'm absolutely raging, really angered at the fact that this is absolutely happening. To see disabled people, working class people, people who have worked a lifetime treated by this disgusting, condemned government. In my own campuses in Edinburgh College, I witness every single day students that are taught not to believe in themselves. And that is exactly what is happening. People are being taught not to believe in themselves, not to stand up against the fights. What I would say is the cuts that are going to come in are going to disproportionately affect women. And I think that's something that we'll have to be very mindful of. We need to change how our government treats us. We need to change the way we let them treat us, and that is the most important thing. So I ask you, people of Scotland, people of Edinburgh, wherever you are oppressed by this government, fight back. Wherever you are oppressed, fight back. Never ever again let this country and our people be robbed by Westminster wallets.
Well done, Kelly. Well done.
Let's burn Westminster!
We have We have Guy Fawkes here. As you know, the man who went into Parliament with good intentions. Here we are. Hello, people. I'm here to give you a short message from Occupy. Let our dreams unite us and let them bind us. Let them light up our blindness and show us the kindness. Let them throw away the shackles of oppression, of divine intervention, of our government's ascension to power. A power that is not real. A power based on fear, a presence that does not feel. On money and economics, all this world has to offer. No, let invention be the fruit of mankind, and make love the ideal for time. Let it open up our minds to a world that is out there, and that is in there. Not everything is black and white. There are many different shades of grey today. There are many different movements and many different ways to identify yourself in the sea of energy. Yellow, blue, red, purple and green, though there's a difference in between. You can make it from anything you start with. You can make it from anything your heart sings, so don't feel sad and don't feel mad. Because anger is a trick from the devil's bag, and if you fall in, you might not get out. But I know one way, an easy way. Just open your mind and open your heart, and by working together, we only have to start. Thank you. You never knew we had big acts today,
Get them, tell John.
I'm John McCardle, I'm representing the Black Triangle campaign. We started in June 2010 after a local guy, Paul Reiki, committed suicide after a work capability assessment. I'm sure many of you know who Paul was. A contemporary of Irvine Welsh, a good writer, and a tragic loss for this country, for Scotland. Since then we've been campaigning day and night in defence of disability rights. 10,600 people died last year within 6 weeks of their claim having been ended unjustly by this, what can only be termed, fascist government. With regard to this bedroom tax, I would like to echo the words of Bill Scott just now from Inclusion Scotland. We don't care whether it's the SNP or the Labour Party. We need all of our MSPs to unite for disabled people, because disabled people are facing a Holocaust right now. In April, the disability living allowance is going to be changed to something called personal independence payment. How very Orwellian. 500,000 disabled people are going to lose the benefits that they rely on to lead a life with a bare minimum of dignity. This cannot be allowed to happen in Scotland. As my comrade Willie Black told IDS on Thursday, we have different values here in Scotland, and we don't need him here. Another thing that's also right about this is that we can't rely on our politicians to defend us. We need to self-organise within our communities. We need to get networks of solidarity together. Last week, the week before last, Black Triangle and Disabled People Against Cuts, our sister organisation in England, met with Liam Byrne, the Shadow Secretary of State for Work and Pensions. We handed in a petition signed by 1,100 people, collected in an organisation collected in just 5 days, because on the back of the bedroom tax campaign, the Labour Party snuck in something about workfare. They said that they're gonna be tough but fair. Well, I'm sorry, but neoliberal Labour, pack your fucking bags, because we're not taking it anymore. We are proud of comrades in the Labour Party, such as John McDonnell and Michael Meacher, who have spoken out magnificently against the ATOS work capability assessment. We are proud of every MP who signed Early Day Motion 117.
agreeing with the British Medical Association that the work capability assessment must end with immediate effect.
Yes.
That was an achievement that was brought about by our campaign to our medical advisor, Dr. Stephen Carty, a fine GP in Leeds. We put forward that motion on behalf of our disabled people in our campaign to the local medicals committee in Clydebank, where it was carried unanimously by Scotland's GPs. It was then carried unanimously at the national conference in Liverpool, and then it became BMA national policy. We're now calling on the BMA to implement that policy. That means that every GP, the length and breadth of the UK, must know what regulations 29 and 35 are: substantial risk. This can prevent people from committing suicide, from dying. Now is the time to act. Every day our campaign receives more and more messages from desperate people who are on the brink of suicide. This Nazi government is killing disabled people. Yes. And we must all stand together and say enough is enough. I thank you all for being here today. Please support the work of the Black Triangle campaign. Please stand side by side with disabled people. Thank you, comrades. Solidarity.
We've got our equalities policy correct. We've picked a place where people in wheelchairs, you won't be able to see them, but I'll tell you, you'll be able to hear her if I hold this megaphone loud enough.
So good to see you, John.
My name's Susan Archibald and I'm a disability rights activist. And I echo everything Inclusion Scotland said and the Black Triangle. We have to be very clear, and let's be very clear here. I represent no party. I represent the people, and whether they have a disability or not, when it comes to the work programme, we need aims and values and goals for our young people in society, for to be able to get a paid job. And I will campaign inside every business, every organisation in this country, because if you exploit us, I'm shutting you down. We have to gain the support. Well, no, sorry, let's turn it on its head. We don't have to gain the support of the parties. They have to gain the bloody support of us. Because they let us down. They've given us that many kickings, we didn't ken. But I can assure you, I'm one of the folk, I'll get back up and fight. And I'm here for every disabled person that can't be here the day. And I will be here always. But let us send two messages. Who the hell's bailing out the bankers? Who's chasing Amazon? Who's chasing Google? That's my next message. I'm going to shut Google, Amazon down in Dunfermline. Let them pay their bloody tax. For the likes of Amazon, maybe the country would be in a bad state that is today. But collectively, we do need the politicians, and I'm putting my hand out there the day because I didn't care what scraps I fight for at the table. The main important thing is that I get them, and I will not give up till I get them. But they seriously have to listen to us because I'm not listening to them. We have so many things happening in Scotland. And I'm not about to let anybody take. It isn't about the politicians stealing. This is our fight. Let's be realistic. They're sitting in their big cushy jobs with their money. This is our fight. And they can't steal it. They can support it. But I'm damn sure I won't let any politician or any bloody organisation steal our fight. We've got to fight together. And there's too much division in this country regarding black against white, young against old, workers against non-workers, until you stand next to your bloody neighbour every day in your life and stand together everybody stop on this! We've got the Daily Mail and their stuff about strivers and skivers. Well, one person can be a striver one day, get made redundant, and are they going to be the skiver the next? That's how easy it happens. That's how easy it happens. This isn't just about an attack on disabled people. This is clear, huge. This has been worked out, skillfully planned there a course of time, eh? They're looking for all the pockets that they can pick at. If they can say everybody fight against the asylum seekers, they're winning because everybody's gone. They shouldn't be in this country. The bloody should be in the country. The doors were open, they were allowed in. You can't say, you can't let them come in and tell them they can't get help. That's bloody atrocious. Can everybody's living in destitution? Folk don't ken how bad it is. They're talking about. People contact me every day in life that they think about giving up their life. But it's so bloody bad right now when the bedroom tax comes in. People are actually talking and contacting me about who will they give their bairns to. I mean, how bad is that if they want their bairns to be fed that they're going to have to consider giving them up? And this is bloody reality. This is what's happening. I can top up their electric next. I can take them a food parcel, but I don't have a bloody orphanage. And the Scottish Government seriously have to get their head out their backside and do this.
I know there is politicians, MPs, MSPs here today. We haven't called them to the front for a good reason. Is it because we want? Well, there's a lot of reasons. People are shouting out these reasons. But I'll tell you, I think that what needs to happen is that these MSPs need to start getting out in the streets with us, leafleting and knocking doors, and building this movement. They have to turn their words into action in every part of this country. And I'll tell you, somebody said I was too nationalistic. I was a little bit nationalistic, and I got carried away with myself, telling them to send them back to England. I could have added the word King Edward, and that would have just topped it. But I'll tell you what I really thought. It was marvellous, the amount of messages that came through from Liverpool and Bristol and London, telling me and the other people, Cameron who's here, Sasha who isn't here, who's disabled, partially blind, who stood up against Ian Duncan Smith and actually said to him what we thought. And I'll tell you, they people all over this country didn't think I was being nationalistic. They thought I was bloody right to call him a ratbag. It wasn't until afterwards I had a wee look at an old book called the Collins's Dictionary, and it actually said a ratbag, slang for a very unpleasant person. So me, who's crap at English, got one thing right. Maybe that English teacher in Gracemount High can give me a certificate. I only left with a swimming certificate at the time, right? But actually what we need to do now is what we're asking you to do, and I'm getting prompted through the back. We think that it's necessary now to start organising. And we're asking you to go into 4 groups, right? Where if you live in the west part of Edinburgh, that is from Haymarket to Wester Hales, I'm asking you to go into this corner here. If you live in Leith and Portobello, right? And it's no shame to live in Portobello, right? Lots of good people, fighting people that live in Portobello. They just happen to have a better outlook than anybody else, right? But anyway, what we need to do is over there, behind that guy with the bauble, see him with the brown hat? Wave your hand. Brown hat man. You don't take it, man. Yeah, you. Stop looking rude. Right? If everybody from Portobello and Leith can go there, from Waterloo to Gilman to Morden and Craigmillar, if you meet in that corner there, you're closer to home that way. Everybody who lives from Haymarket to Western Hales, if you meet in this corner here. I've done that. That's Town Crapham, right? It's only because I come from North Edinburgh, I forgot where I live. Right? People from North Edinburgh, see this banner? There, look. Come up there, and what we will all do is talk about the meetings that are going to be planned for every activist here. Let us leave here today more organised than we were when we came.
Don't forget Fife.
Right? And the people in Fife, see the person?
Don't forget Fife.
People from Fife, here. East Lothian, here. Right?
Lothian,